Welcome to the Fowling Warehouse Ypsi-Ann Arbor. It's home of the 2023 Summer Doubles League Championship tonight. What is Fowling? Well, if you're a first-timer, it's a mashup of football and bowling that was invented at a tailgate at the Indy 500 back in 2001. And it's a sport that's captured the imagination of everyone who's either seen it or played it. There are now 8 Fowling warehouses around America featuring leagues just like this one. Go to fowlingwarehouse.com to find one near you and join a league today. I'm Scott Brown. I'll be calling the plays for you tonight. We have 11 two-person teams vying for the crown. They've all fought hard all season long, and it's come down to this. 6 teams are playing in the first round, trying to make it to the last 3 positions in the round of 8. Let's take a look at the bracket. Starting at the bottom of the bracket, number 7 seed, Fold Folks Home, the husband and wife team of Patty and Scott Brown, taking on the number 10 seed, the Jabronis, Dominic Bazzano and Noah Helton. The Bogshells are Alicia Curley and Brandon Tuttle. They're our number 6 seed, taking on the newcomers, the Whirly Durleys, the number 11 seed, featuring Brian Wanloss and Amber Daly. And our featured match for this round is number 8 seed, Austin Follers, the Spy Who Balked Me, the husband and wife team of Brenna and David Tavidian, versus our number 9 seed, Two Bears, One Lane, with Dan Worcester and Pat Matway. Let's go to the lanes. Austin Follers wins the toss, and David kicks it off with a 3-pin opener. Brenna's coming back and makes it 8 pins in the first match. Nice shot here by Dan Worcester. Make it 7-8, and Worcester fires again. Oh no! 2-pin collateral. Dan's holding his drink and not playing defense. David takes advantage of the opening and throws an underhand for the kill to win game 1. 13:45 left in this round. Match 2. Dan Worcester kicks it off with a 7-pin opener. Dan's back and picks off one more pin to make it 8. David gets Austin Follers on the board, and then Brenna follows it up with 2 more to make it 7, leaving the square. Dan Worcester picks off one of the 2 remaining pins on his next shot, and then finishes off with the kill pin. 2 Bears, 1 Lane take match number 2, tie up the round 1-1. 5:35 left. Brenna kicks it off with 4, and oh no! More collateral, taking down 3 more. Got to play some defense there. 7 down for Austin Follers. 2 Bears coming back, tying it with 7. Dan makes it 8 with 4:29 left, and then picks off the last 2 with 3 minutes left to go. 2 Bears 2, Austin Follers 1. On to match 4 with a minute left. 2 Bears have 7 down. David Tavidian makes it 9 for Austin Follers. With 15 seconds left, it's 9-8, but they need to win this game to tie it up and stay in the match, and they cannot get that last pin. Time runs out on Austin Follers. 2 Bears advance to the next round with a 2-1 victory. Moving on into round 2 are 2 Bears, 1 Lane, the Whirly Durleys, and Fold Folks Home. In our feature match, Scott and Patty Brown of number 7 seed Fold Folks Home are pitted against the number 2 seed Whatever Jen Wants, led by Jen Johnson with battle-tested Neil Churchick. This should be a great match. Neil kicks off match 1 with a 6-piece. Scott Brown comes back with 7 on his opening shot. Patty picks off 1 more, and Scott follows with another. And then just like that, Scott nails a 2-piece kill shot to win game 1. Fold Folks Home is up 1-0, just 3 minutes into the round, still 17 minutes left to play. Jen kicks off match 2 with a 3-piece, and then Patty comes back with 3, and then off the wall for 4 more. Neil ties it up at 7, and then finishes it off with an incredible 3-piece kill shot. Fold Folks Home with the hammer, get 1 more shot, and Scott takes it into overtime. They each set up 1 pin, and then Jen knocks it down for the overtime winner, all tied at 1 after 2. 11:30 left to play. Match 3 begins next. Everything's all tied up. This is a battle. Neil opens with 4, and then Scott takes out 6. Patty adds 1 more. And then Scott finishes off with a 3-piece kill shot. Whatever Jen Wants has the hammer. And Jen gets all 5 to take it to overtime again. They each have set up 1, and Scott makes quick work of the 10-pin to give the Fold Folks Home a 2-1 lead. Very exciting round with 2 overtimes and less than 7 minutes left to play. Match 4 kicks off with Patty getting a quick 3. And Scott follows up with 5 more. Neil closes the gap to 8-6. And then Jen clips the back 2 to tie the match. Not to be outdone, Neil picks up the front 2 with just 3 minutes left to play. Nice shot, Neil. We're on to game 5. Scott opens game 5 with a 6-piece. Then Patty adds 1 more to make it 7. With time running out, Neil gets 3 to tie it at 7. It's going extra time. After misses by both teams, Neil dials it in and picks off 2 to win game 5 of the match, 9-7 on pin count, giving them a 3-2 victory in the round. They are moving on to the semifinals. They're going to get Pints and Pins, who took out the Whirly Durleys, and in our other match, it's the Middies versus 2 Bears, 1 Lane in the semifinals. Let's go to the lanes. Dan Worster opens match 1 with a 5-piece. And then follows it up with another one to make it 7. So she ties it at 7 for the Middies, and then Dan picks off 1 more to make it 8-7. Scott Love makes an awesome 3-piece kill shot for the victories. The Middies are up 1-0. On to match number 2. Dan opens this one with a 4-piece, but then Scott follows with a 5 of his own. Pat adds the 5th. Then Dan picks off 4, leaving just 1 more. Scott takes out 3. He closes it to 8-9, and then finishes it off with a 2-piece kill shot. To win the second game, it's the Middies with a commanding 2-0 lead in the round. Match 3, and the Bears need to pick me up. Nothing like a Pat Matway 9-piece to kick it off, but so she responds, closing it to 5, and then Scott picks off 2 more to make it 7. Pat Matway finishes what he started and gets the kill pin to win match 3. It's 2-1 Middies over the Bears with less than 9 minutes left. Another hot start for 2 Bears. Dan with an 8-piece opener. Scott takes out 4. But then Dan slices off 1 more pin to make it 9. Scott responds with 2, and it's going. Pat is putting a force field around it. It is staying up, and like magic, Pat off the board, off the wall, and down goes the last pin for another win. It's all tied up 2-2 now with just over 3 minutes left. Match 5, 2.5 left to play. Zoshi launches 1 and gets 4. Scott fires and gets 1 more. Dan gets 6. And they are ahead on pin count with just 7 seconds left. Scott needs 1 to tie and 2 to win, but he fires and misses. The Cinderella story continues as 2 Bears, 1 Lane advance to the finals, winning the 3rd match 6-5 on pin count for a 3-2 semifinal round victory. That's a tough loss for the Middies, up 2-0, only to have it all dissolve in the final minutes. In the other semifinals, Whatever Jen Wants was victorious. So the number 2 seed we expected to see in the finals, but not the number 9 seed, Dan and Pat of 2 Bears, 1 Lane. Here we go to the finals. Neil opens it up with a 7-piece. Then Dan responds with 3. And then follows it up with 3 more. Pat joins in with 1 sliding into a second one. And then Dan again getting the final pin to take an unexpected victory in match 1. 2 Bears are up 1-0 with only 4 minutes gone. Match 2, Jen starts strong with a 4-piece, but Dan responds with 7. Jen gets 1 more, and then 2 on the bounce. Jen taking out the 4-7, and then Neil picking off the 10 pin. Wait, it won't go down. Huh. Jen makes sure with her next shot, a solid strike for the win. All tied up at 1 with just over 8 to play. Match number 3 starts now. Pat kicks it off by taking out the middle 5. Neil fires back, taking out 3. Pat clips the 7, 6-10, leaving 2 pins. Then Neil knocks down 4 to get it to 7. Jen adds 1. But then Dan finishes off the 2-4 to win the game. It's 3:21 left, and Jen kicks off match 4 with 2 Bears, 1 Lane, leading 2-1. Whatever Jen Wants needs to win this match to stay alive. Jen opens with 3. Pat gets 7 on his shot. Then Jen responds with 4 to tie it up. But Dan gets it down to the last pin with just 41 seconds left. 1 shot for Jen. She needs to have both of them, and it's a split. She misses, and we have a new champion. 2 Bears, 1 Lane coming out of the play-in round in the 9th seed, taking out the number 1, the number 5, and then the number 2 seeds. They have just won the Fowling Warehouse Ypsi-Ann Arbor Summer League Championship. Congratulations to Dan Worster and Pat Matway of 2 Bears, 1 Lane.